Hey, this is Jackie responding to Unit 7 forum. The question regarding whether or not college level athletes should be paid. I do not think that college level athletes should be paid as long as they are attending school. And so, in order to play for a school, you have to be attending college there. So, ultimately, no, I do not think college level athletes should be paid. I think that they're there to go to school. They're there to obtain a degree and further their education. And if they wanted to be getting paid for what they were doing or get paid to play their sport, then knowing the NCAA rules and regulations regarding all of those things in college level athletics, then I think they should have immediately out of high school tried to get sponsors or agents and join the professional league out straight out of high school. And if they couldn't do that because their athletic ability isn't enough and isn't enough at that time, and they feel like they need to go and showcase their skills and learn more through college, then they have to adhere to those rules and go through college and not be paid. And if they think that they're better than that or above that system, then I think they should put the effort in on their own without using the help of college. And like I said, get their own agents or sponsors and go through that way, and then they can be paid through that. But I think in college you're a student first, and that's the priority, and that's how everybody knows it to be. And furthering your education should be a priority anyways. But if it's not, then you don't need to do it. But I think as far as the college level athlete goes, you don't should not be paid. Um, Although maybe the second question discussing the positives and negatives. I mean, some positives, I guess, could be that it gives the athletes more responsibility, having some sort of an income for their sports. Um, I think it could keep them out of trouble and allow them to focus more on their schoolwork and their athletics if they're not trying to get money other ways that could possibly be bad for them, or they're not working in other jobs that's taking time away from their schoolwork or their sports and practices. Um, Negatively, some negatives on it. Um, it could be the other side of the coin. They could spend their money, in not smart, responsible ways. Um, and then I think just the politics behind all of it would get really hairy, and deciding how much they get paid, and does everybody on the team get paid the same amount. I think obviously the whole issue of them being paid is that they feel that the colleges are using them for these things, for to advertise for their college or whatever. Um, but there's some athletes that don't always play a ton on college level teams, and so I think, how would you decide how much that athlete gets paid versus some of the starting players that get a lot more playing time? So all of those, I think, would just negatively impact athletics and sports in general. I think that athletes should be able to acquire jobs. Uh, if I understand that question correctly, just jobs in general. Yes, I think that they should. I think that a good start would be, like positions or jobs on campus that student athletes can get because they're already balancing very busy schedules. Um, so jobs on campus could be a good idea. And then, secondly, regarding the Knight Commission on Intercollegiate Athletics, that was a really interesting website. It I learned, basically this commission was formed as, wanting to take the stand, kind of that I take, and that student athletes, college level athletes are just that. They're going to college, they are students, and that should be the priority. Um, so, I learned that they were the ones that had a big deciding factor in having the teams have special level GPAs in order to play. And then for the next question, something that I found intriguing and interesting was the standards regarding that you needed to have at least 50% of the players on your team on track to graduate in order for your team to play in any postseason activity. And I think that's a good idea from a coaching standpoint. I think I guess I may not fully understand the rules behind that, because I think it would be I can see a lot of gray area there, because why would the whole team could be punished or banned from postseason activity because part of the team can't, get their schoolwork balanced and on track. And I think it would be hard to punish a whole team and not allow them to, participate in postseason if they have earned that, physically and through their athletic achievements. But in the grand scheme of making a school priority, I understand, and I can see why that would be a good idea. So those are my answers. Thanks.